Hello, my name is Benjamin Timothy Goby, and for my project, the BTG Interviews, today I'm interviewing.
Hi, my name's Clem So. I'm an actor, background actor and supporting artist. Various movies you might have seen, like Star Wars, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Solo, Fantastic Beasts, Crimes, Grindelwald, James Bond, Skyfall, Spectre, Assassin's Creed, 10 episodes of Doctor Who, Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, many other films that you might have seen.
Question 1. At what age did you start acting and what inspired you to become an actor?
What age though? I don't know what age it was, but probably I've been doing this about 8 years. I first kind of was introduced to the idea of performance because my background is graphic design and fine art. What really interested me was I did some creative workshops with a British-born Chinese actor called David Jip. You might have known him from Brookside, or I think he did one of the Indiana Jones films. He's very well known in the Chinese community as an actor, and he just tweaked my interest, to be able to do improvisation and just really get into the idea of telling stories. So that was the first time I kind of got introduced in the idea of being involved, and obviously being of a creative background like with fine art, I find it's useful on set. You can be creative and expressive, and I have an appreciation for all the different aspects of filmmaking.
Question 2. What has been your best and most challenging roles in your career?
Probably a film you've never seen before. It was called Ex-Shanghai, where I played a secretary to one of the senates. No, a consul. He was the Chinese consul of Austria. He was based in, I think, in the Second World War. And it was just about this guy called Dr. Ho, who he risked his own reputation and jobs to save some of the Chinese that were stuck in Austria at the time. And I played somebody who was kind of like a villainous sort of person, but he was a bit selfish, a bit greedy, a bit cowardly, and it was very challenging for me because it was the first time I really had a go at developing a character and with lines and stuff. And the director was very strict, a very hard director. He's like one of these drill sergeant types. Yeah, I found that very tough, but it was a huge learning curve as well at the same time.
Question 3. Which actors, actresses and other members in the film and television industry have you enjoyed working with before, and are there any you would like to work with in the future?
Well, I enjoyed watching, I worked on Ready Player One, which was a Steven Spielberg film, so I really enjoyed kind of, being in the presence of somebody who is a legend and a master director, watching him work and seeing how he works. But also as an actor, seeing actors, I'd say when I was working on a film called 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves, he really taught me about work ethic and how hard you have to work to get by in this industry. How hard it is. These are very long days. Sometimes you wear very uncomfortable costumes or heavy makeup or something, or you might even have to run around in your costume, and you have to have a lot of stamina. And he really inspired me about just watching how he sometimes he seemed to be working day and night, and he was just the hardest working person on set. So sometimes people have this illusion of how A-listers maybe they've got maybe they swan around in a trailer. I don't know, but he was very hard working, and he just my first thought was that's why he's here. That's why he's where he is. Because of this work ethic. So I kind of aspire to have the same attitude and work ethic as him.
Question 4. Is there any role or character you would like to portray in the future, or is there any particular TV show or film you would like to work on?
Sometimes, when I think about it, whenever I'm working on a big budget movie, or even a TV show, or any film work, I try to be grateful because I actually think, it's a very privileged position to be working on, any film. So, I don't, it's not that I don't have aspirations, but I just feel it's better to be, I feel it's better to be grounded and grateful for, what you have, and when I look back on some of the things I've done, I've achieved a lot. Yeah, and I'm still in work. I'm getting work. I've worked on some great films this year. I've got some great films coming out next year. So there's a lot for me to be grateful. So I don't really aspire to any. I mean, in a comic geek way, if it was a comic geek question, then maybe I might say Star Trek, because that's probably one of the franchises I haven't done. But in general, I'm just really grateful if I have work, because it is really difficult. To be working is always, it's quite a difficult thing. Mm.
Question 5. As an actor, how do you feel your career has adapted over the years, and which areas of acting do you feel you need to improve in?
Well, again, going back to stamina, I think physically I need to be. I'm really aware that I have to keep, as I get older, I have to get more fitter for some of the things that you do might involve stunts or action or something like that. So certainly I could improve my fitness levels, and I think I have to, just to keep up with some of the demands of kind of things that are expected of you on set. You do really need to be physically fit and ready and prepared for any role that comes your way. So I would say that kind of that, and just like really working on character development and backstory and stuff like that. So much I can learn. I'm quite humble. I'm always willing to learn whatever I can, wherever I am actually. I try to pick up something about something in life, to learn.
Question 6. What advice would you have for myself or any other young person looking to get a job as an actor or any other job in the film and TV industry?
Well, first of all, I'd say, be realistic about, be grounded, be humble, always be prepared to listen. In an audition, people can be really harsh as well and be very critical. Don't take offense, just kind of, take it on board, see what you can improve. That's the only way forward. I think if once you think the other guy's wrong, you're going to be in trouble, because then you're never going to learn anything. So just be really humble. Even if people are horrible to you or very critical, just kind of take everything on board, and try and use it to improve yourself. And don't get hung up on anything somebody said. Just take it as another lesson. That's what I say.